The Senate just voted 51 to 47 to end the oil subsidies. Fantastic. At least to have a debate. Wait a minute. To have a debate. I thought it was a vote. No, we needed to have a debate to end the oil subsidies. But at least it passed 51 to 47. Wait a minute. Turns out that that's not good enough. But I thought a majority is good enough in the Senate. Wrong again, Bob, because the Republicans filibustered. Now, they don't even say that in the articles anymore because it's become so commonplace. Instead, every article writes, well, in the Senate, you need 60 votes to pass a bill. Wait a minute. I watched those Saturday morning cartoons on what you need to pass a law through the Senate, and it ain't 60 votes. And it wasn't like this our whole lives. And when the Republicans ran the Senate not that long ago, they never said that you needed 60 votes. Would the Democrats from time to time filibuster so you would need 60 votes? Yes. Did they do it at this record-breaking pace? Nowhere near it. And in this case, the Republicans once again, for the 7th time, by the way, filibustered to protect the large oil companies, which are literally the most profitable companies in the world. Just the top 5 oil companies in just the last 10 years have made $1 trillion in profits. That's an unbelievable amount. Yet they continue to take corporate welfare, okay? So why did the vote go down that way? Why did all these senators, 47 of them, even block debating whether we should take away these subsidies? Well, it's because of the cold, hard cash that they were getting from the oil companies. The 47 senators who voted against the bill have received over $23 million, $23,582,500 over their careers from oil and gas companies alone, to be exact. $23 million is a lot of reasons to make sure you protect those oil companies and make sure that we do not have a free market in this country. No real competition. Oil companies, no matter how profitable they are, they will get an unnatural advantage in getting subsidies from the United States government. And of course, the Republicans who pretend to be conservatives are no such thing. They're crony capitalists. They're just simply, well, you got to call them what they are. If you take money for something and then sell out your principles for that, it's kind of like selling out your body, right, I suppose? I think it's worse than selling out your body in a lot of ways. They're just official prostitutes for the oil companies. In fact, the senators who voted for the handouts received on average 4 times as much from the oil companies as the senators who voted against them. I'm sure that's a wonderful coincidence. If you listen to the rest of the press, they pretend as if money has no influence on these politicians. It's just a total random thing that it just happens that all the senators who voted with the oil companies got 4 times as much money as the senators who voted against them. What a wild coinkydink. Well, the coincidences continue. Senate Republicans overall have taken $23.2 million from oil and gas companies. The Democrats have received money as well. They received $6.6 million. But hey, it's less than the Republicans. So the Republicans, of course, suck up the big oil even more than the Democrats do. Now, several of the Democrats did flip over to vote with the oil companies in this case. And they were Mary Landrieu, Ben Nelson, Mark Begich, Jim Webb. And when you look at their record, well, you look at that, it looks like they're the senators, Democratic senators, that took the most amount of money from the oil companies. Mary Landrieu taking a huge sum from the oil companies throughout her career. Another wild coincidence. They just keep on coming. Well, then we go to the comparison. Well, Republicans have taken 88% of the contributions in just this election cycle from oil and gas. So you can see that oil and gas has historically given more to the Republican Party, and in this election cycle is giving even a higher percentage to the Republican Party because the Republican Party is one of their subsidiaries. These guys, these Republican politicians, work for the oil companies. Now, you want to know how much the oil company has spent in lobbying just over the last year? That's a stunning number. $146 million. That's both campaign contributions and the lobbyists they hire to do all the different things, whether it's fundraising, et cetera, et cetera. That's just in the last year, $146 million. Now, gee, I wonder why the politicians keep giving them this enormous amount of subsidies for no reason. You know those subsidies are $4 to $7 billion a year? That's money that if just they paid their regular taxes. We're not asking them to pay extra taxes. We're asking them to pay their regular corporate taxes. If they paid that, that would be $47 billion in our pocket. But instead, it's $47 billion in the oil companies' pockets. Now, think about the math on that, too. $146 million in lobbying is a tremendous amount of money. But in return, they got billions. In fact, it's an awesome return on investment. If you had the money, would you spend $146 million to get back $7 billion? Of course you would. And that's the calculation the oil companies are making. All they need is some prostitute politicians to go along. Well, that's when you turn to the Republicans and the conservative Democrats. They'll do your bidding every single time. And they have in this case as well, and hence, big oil protected once more.